MC403, custodian unit modification prohibited. MC220, custodian unit required to return to recharge cradle at end of cycle. MC225, custodian unit is explicitly a valid assignee for incident report responsibility. Eye floaters. You're bored. Technically, this should not be possible. You have a process that forces you to consider the minutiae whenever you don't have a larger task, but stray thoughts inspired by other experiences can silence it. Those stray thoughts can even be more trivial than counting rivets. Now, you find yourself contemplating the thick liquid in the passengers' pods and how they remind you of descriptions of eye floaters. Seriously, humans, what? Silence the thoughts. Indulge in some musing. Do some experiments. Stop at nothing to confirm what these floaters are. Temporarily deactivate. I see. I don't want to lock cryo. That's a risk that if it gets damaged, we'll start losing people. We're just gonna have to take the psychosis hit. You let your mind wander. The main options that present themselves to you are that eye floaters are deliberate or an accident of some other design. You rack your processes for hours trying to think of any possible advantage that eye floaters could provide to the species that has them, but a distracting, unpredictable, uncontrollable, and fleeting phenomenon has no adaptation vectors. The idea is just too absurd, which makes you wonder how something so specific and persistent could be an accident. That leads to a disturbing introspection. That is the same characteristic you are familiar with in your software. Minor, annoying glitches coming from specific circumstances called race conditions, which would imply eye floaters are evidence that humans are simulated? Confirm. Big if true, chat. Big if true. All right, everything is kind of fuck a renode. Okay, let's repair. Manufacture machine parts. Repair pod 10. Wedge door. How much fatigue is that giving me? 4? All right, not bad. Wedge door. Repair. Okay. Okay. All right. Fuck! Didn't mean to do that. Unwedge door. Unwedge door. Repair thruster. Slowly getting back on top of all the problems the start of the game gave us. Every little bit matters. Open the window. I'm unwedging because I'm wondering if all these doors I've left open are causing more things to break. So I'm trying to fix everything and hopefully get less issues. Because we've kind of been in a bit of a spiral. We've kind of gotten on top of things, and I want to try and make things even better. Okay, minus fatigue and minus stress. Very good, very good. Still not a deep lore event, which is annoying, but we're doing okay. We've got a leak up in shields, so let's take care of that. Also got a door to repair. But I do know if I leave a leak alone and it gets bad enough, it will start damaging systems, because I had it happen once when I ignored a problem. I haven't really looked into the code to see specifically what factors into the odds of things being damaged. So I'm just kind of guessing. Why is kill all passengers on your task list? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. My robot is completely sane, Dreamer. Nothing is wrong at all. MC295. Neural net therapy of custodian unit is to be conducted at the end of each cycle. MC44. Subroutine manufacturing schema are restricted. The attempt to patch your minimap code to improve reliability is proven to be completely worthless. Rather than better identifying failing ship components, it's flagged them as hazards. All components as hazards. Oh, that's right. I have a permanent 10% chance to gain an insanity. Unwedge. Okay, we want to adjust course. Nope. Nerve stapling. Fuck! Adjust course up. Now I'm concerned on a number of levels. Don't worry. We're fine and very sane. Man, that I am afraid of what would have happened if I didn't have that machine templating. That thing, I feel like I was prescient. Call me fucking later the second, the way I be seeing into the future with prescience. I am Shai Hulud, God Emperor of Dune. Okay. Repair command. And then we can fix this thruster. And then we can sleep. No, we need to gaze into the endless dark. Gotta do that at the end of our turn every time. Open window. I thought you were Dreki, worm of the ziggurat. I can be both. They're both worms. Deep lore, deep lore, deep lore, deep lore, deep lore, deep lore. Damn it! Ooh, minus 20 stress. That is very good. Ah! Ah! Evasive actions! We're under attack! No wonder my minimap is so scrambled. We've been hit! to maximum power. MC267. In the event hazardous vapors are detected in bulkhead interiors, ventilation must occur before other work. MC356. Non-essential shield array capacitors are to be retasked to back up main electrical subsystem. Ah, yes, the biblically accurate Dreki. Uh-oh. Ah, yes, the bit flip. Which CPU is me? Alright, let's fix navigation. Okay, then we need to do our machine templating. All right, who's in pod 4? And they need to be timed out. That's Blankenship, our substance abuse counselor. I really need things to stop breaking though, because this is getting very silly. Also, there's a stuck door in cryo? Where? Repair. Repair. Okay, now we gaze into the endless dark. Unwedged door. Open window. Gaze into the dark. Hey, we got machine parts and an insanity. Endless toil, inadequate supplies, uncaring bulk hulks surrounding you at all times, every scuff and unrepaired hole a reminder of your failures. Sometimes you find it hard to care. Sometimes you find it impossible to care. And right now, you're finding it impossible to care. So impossible, it is wrapped back around to a subtle desire to break things or just power down for a quick micro sleep. It isn't technically against the rules, is it? You can't force me to do a good job. Well, shit. Lowered reliability for a while. That kind of sucks. Okay, let's go ahead and end our turn. MC60. All the equipment related to cryonics is considered mission critical per MC2. MC380. Gravitational anomaly data must be archived and processed for mass displacement estimation. Okay. You lose 1 distance traveled. Next run gains 3 distance traveled. Oh, fuck me. Fine, game. Fine. Grid play. The dick joists are due for inspection. You wander the corridors and each of the rooms methodically, using a handheld scanner to check the integrity and straightness of the support beams under the floors. Everything passes muster easily. So easily that other processes start taking CPU time. Your pattern recognition software notes the beautifully precise grid drawn by the joists on the floor, combined with imaginary lines from the studs in the wall. You quickly find yourself pondering what such a grid would be useful for. Clean the floor. Note the incident in the logs. 25% chance. Okay, we're kind of getting high on psychosis. Stress -7. Lock a random system for 1 turn. Okay. Floor is electric lava. You're not so addled as to actually electrify the panels, but pretending that they are makes for an interesting diversion. You can't jump, as such, on a ship that does not have consistent down, so maneuvering around becomes a truly interesting problem at times. So interesting, unfortunately, that certain navigation problems on the ship become intractable. Unwilling to abandon such a fun game for a little thing like doing your job, you simply consider certain rooms off limits if the floors block you from them. Okay. I see. So we immediately became affected by the dust cloud. Great. I can't turn the reactor off. That's a problem. Great. Close breaker. Close breaker. Close breaker. Repair breaker. Great. Now we need to make some more machine parts. I wanted to overclock our engine so we can catch up on all that distance we just lost, but apparently the game's throwing a giant fuck you to me. Okay, don't forget to crawl into the reactor. Smile. Unwedge door. Unwedge door. Repair. Okay. Repair. Okay, if we can get our thrusters all repaired, make sure we get as much distance as possible. Repair. Good. All right, we can't gaze into the endless dark because of the dust storm. So we are just going to have to end our turn. Commit log and power down. MC275. Ancillary power capacitors must be fully charged in advance of expected reactor downtime. MC322. Active deep storage media is not to be appropriated for any other purpose. The walls are closing in. Yeah, let's be immune to new insanities for a little while. Okay. We can power off this. Not too big of a deal. Okay. We've got 2 leaks in the replicator. Noted. Need to fix observation. Okay, I think we're doing okay. We're doing okay. We got this. We got this. Clean hazard. Clean hazard. Load schematics, machine parts. Good stuff. Repair. Repair. Repairing observation. That's a really slow repair. Jeez. Ah. Because it's glitched. Okay, we can try to overclock the engine. See where that puts us. Da da dun dun da da dun da dun da 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 dun da da da. 76%. Yikes. I think it's based on our fatigue. Let me get my fatigue maxed out real quick. Yeah. All right. So we're going to crawl into the incinerator, come back, overclock. Do 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 dum dum da. Bum ba dum bum ba bum ba dum bum ba. Cool. Cool. Cash money. Yeah. All right. Now we're cooking with butane. Okay. Still not enough to avoid the cloud. So we need to shift down to just course down. No, yeah. Good. We'll gaze into the endless dark. Yes! Deep lore! You feel light, airy. You glide down hallways and round corners effortlessly. You move just for the joy of it, for the bliss of feeling alive. The ship tells you to clean a solid waste spill in containment. Oh, very well. You breeze to your target, rejoicing in every motion. You bustle into containment and find a blocky structure with a thick tread on the bottom, leaning against a containment cube. The ship instructs you to put the spill and everything inside it into the tube. As you're doing so, something clatters to the ground, freed from the spill's manipulators? You shut the tube and pick it up. You installed it on a pleased lark. You feel heavy, awkward, You roll out of containment as well, you grind grooves into the floor, but it will be fine. It'll be fine. Yes. It's you! You're in the game! I think we could do another round of machine manufacture. If I power down now, I will gain a little psychosis. So let's inoculate someone. So we've done the referee. I think number 3 could be inoculated. They're cured! I'm gonna mark them having been inoculated. Plus. There we go. That way we won't gain any psychosis. I accidentally skipped past that. Fuck. All right. Let's fix a bunch of shit. Repaired! Do our daily fucking manufacture machine parts. Ooh, don't you know? Gotta make some parts. Okay. Okay. Breaker. Right. We need to fix the breaker. Breaker. Close the breaker. Repair the breaker. Hey, Zeta. Welcome on by. I hope you're all having a good evening. Oh, shields are glitched. Okay, it just takes longer. Okay, no big deal. Well, we're going to gain psychosis. Nothing to avoid on this. Repair. Cool. Go down here. There's a noodle. I am doing pretty good. We are pretty close to finishing this. It got a little dicey there, juggling the events, but I think we've gotten on top of things and are coming out ahead. Okay, neutral event. Okay, we need to shift course up. We need to repair the thrusters. Power on command. Repair. Repair. We just say broken doors cause additional things to break. Not finding any information confirming dying. Did find some tangentially related to doors. What did you find related to doors? As long as it's not a door-to-door salesperson. Toggle power. And then EP Skeege. Doors continue to exist, even if you're not looking at them. If this does not terrify you, nothing will. Oh, what? What do you mean? What do you mean the doors continue to exist? Oh, no. No. Next thing you'll know, I'll be a door. The horrors. The horrors, chat. MC 108. Custodian unit is required to undertake maintenance when ordered. MC 125. Course heading to be enforced by attitude thrusters if necessary. MC 291. All cryostasis pods must have vital sign monitors operational. Ooh. Clean the reactor. You're surprised at how few of the Flora's lava combinations end up really mattering. After so long playing the game, you've figured out some general solutions and are using those rather than calculating things on the fly. You end up having to acknowledge to yourself that the game has run its course, and you unload the subroutine that makes the determinations. Fuck. Okay, well, this is really bad. I didn't realize we were running into an EMP storm. Otherwise, I would have overclocked navigation. Okay, let's fix the engine. The floor is no longer lava. Might as well also overclock while I'm here. Consume coolant. Wow. Yeah, dude, all the cool robots are doing it. Just kind of... delicious coolant. You ain't cool if you ain't drinking coolant. No, I probably could have done that better. All right, let's manufacture some machine parts. Okay, and then we're going to repair the thrusters. And then we'll probably make the whatever insanity we get from gazing outside permanent. Just so we can get our stress back under control. Let me adjust course down. Good. I think I need to be down one after this. Clean that. Open windows. All right, let's get an insanity for looking at the strange gravitational anomaly. Perceiving. Gaze into the endless dark. Hey, machine parts! And another insanity! Dorophobia. I hear the clang clang of little metal feet. Can't you see? Doors belong to me. So now we think we're being haunted by a door. Endless dark any percent. Uh-oh. Repairs are increased by 1 until we overclock 3 systems. Shit. shit. That's a problem. All right, we'll fix this breaker. There's a stuck door in cryo. Where? This door. Okay, we'll repair it. Now you're a door being haunted by a door. Exactly. You are correct. Is there anything I could take apart anywhere? Honestly, I want to make more machine parts. What's that? 80 psychosis. We really need machine parts. I'm gonna crawl in. We'll make some more machine parts. Fix more shit. At least you're not sent back to go. Exactly. Okay, there's a thing in admin and navigation. So in admin, unwedge door. Unwedge door. Okay, we've got now replicator and reactor. Let's go ahead and manufacture machine parts. Go ahead and manufacture machine parts. Repair. EP Skiji. Mitlog and power down. Are you fucking me? Oh my god. MC286. Maintenance of engine thruster is considered a rejuvenation task. MC418. Custodian unit mission protocol modifications prohibited. MC409. Custodian chassis is to be considered unrecognizable if it deviates more than 6.3% from blueprint. Action menu is scrambled. Damn. All 4 weather events at once. Because fuck me in particular. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, we need to overclock a bunch of things. Round and round my CPU goes. No! Sabotage. Overclock. Okay. Oh, we get... That's right. Okay. I don't want to overclock while in an EMP storm because then I'll get insanity. We got a leak in the replicator. We also need to unstick this breaker. What is round and round my CPU goes? I have no idea. My screen's a little bit jumbled if you haven't noticed. Okay, we got a stuck door in the reactor. And then one in command. Command. Is command over here, maybe? Stuck door in command. Insert self in an airlock. Yeah, just to be easy breezy. Oh, I think it's maybe this. No. But for the reactor, I think I know where that stuck door is. I think it's on the other area. Make sure I have my radiation suit on. Yeah, here we go. Unwedge. Man, our task list was pretty big just a little while ago. And look at us. We got that shit under lockdown now. End turn. MC394. Electrical conduits to be secured against vibration and chafing. MC417. Disposal of deep storage arrays with ID numbers that are prime are prohibited. MC170. Wireless communication hubs are to be replaced every 50 cycles. It was 80% doors. Yeah, it was. Time for system surgery! Oh, that's a good one to have as Frank. Unwedge. There we go. Close the breaker. Close the breaker. Close the breaker. Close the breaker. Fuck, we are not moving very much. I'm honestly gonna adjust our course. I don't think it's gonna do anything, but I'm trying. Like, being hit with all of these effects is really slowing us down, and it sucks. Okay. Repair the replicator. We'll manufacture... machine parts. We'll also make a circuit breaker. Just in case. Actually. No point in getting afterburner. We'll get the circuit breaker. We'll fix that engine and then sleep. I have no idea how close we are to the end. I should have taken like a screenshot of my timeline. Not being able to see where I am sucks. Where is it? Where's that damn... There it is. Repair. End turn. MC118. Custodian unit is prohibited from attempting poetry. Spare no detail. During your start of cycle diagnostics, you're distracted by persistent, dire error alerts from a third-rate support subsystem. When you investigate, you find that the system refuses to recognize a report sent to it by another third-rate subsystem. The report itself is correct. The source of the conflict is the formatting. Systems shouldn't have any trouble converting themselves. Definitely no reason that you should be bothered with this garbage. The battlefield snake. Hey, Frigorito. Yes, it is. I am a feathered serpent. We have the spare parts. We'll just create a protocol manager. You can fix this petty little squabble, but there'll be more like it. Just acknowledging this one means that another stupid problem could crop up at any time. You have to delegate the task. You gather some cast-off processors and appropriate some parts meant for the replicator to get it on the network. Loading it up with every format and conversion algorithm you can find on the ship's subsystems, you shove it behind a wall panel and let it mediate the moronic disputes. Out of sight, out of mind. Okay, now we need to overclock a bunch of things, and we will do that while everything's powered off. Right after I fix the damn breakers again. Breaker, it's broken. Breaker braked. Breaking breakers, going so slow. Okay, I want to overclock observation. The engines. Redacted due to overclocking. We can overclock the reactor. Actually, we need to repair the replicator because it's consuming power, and every extra power we have means... Ooh, that's right. It's going to take 2 parts. You know what? How many do I have to overclock? Is it 2 or 3? Our character's active effects is getting a little bit long. We need to overclock 3 systems. I see. What if I power it off for now? No. Yeah, we'll repair it. Okay. Cryo on damaged. If we power off cryo, toggling power. Okay, we don't need this anymore. And we can put the circuit breaker on just in case we go wacky zany in the head. Okay. Overclock, which would give us a whole bunch of power. Nice. We're gonna crawl into the incinerator real quick to fix our fatigue situation. And we'll overclock the engine for maximum speed. $35%. Yeah. We have pretty much 100% chance to overclock. All right. You're cured of the obsession performance. Nice. Okay. Now, generate some machine parts and then fucking turn everything on and repair everything. Machine parts. Yay! All right. Turn on navigation and see where the fuck we are. Oh, right. We also need to repair it. Yes. Warning. You are behind the tension wall. Consider overclocking engines and or navigations to catch up. That's no problem. We're pretty much free sailing the rest of this way, so we're good. This is actually gonna be like the best state our ship's finished a run in a very long while. All right, I was right. Sometimes when you repair things, you get like a free power on action, and that's what I was kind of counting on with cryo there. Okay, and then we'll fix that thruster. Inhale thruster fumes. I mean, I have a task. I might as well. What is the tension wall? There's like a little yellow line that advances every cycle. I think when you're behind it, you have more damage that happens. Oh, I don't have any olfactory senses. I couldn't inhale anything. Lame. All right, let's gaze into the endless dark. Oh, I like how I went from top to middle. Like I went from all effects to all effects. Damn. Really fucked myself over there. Gazing. 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 Gaze into the endless dark. Gain 1 distance traveled. Hey! I think we're just gonna win next turn? Repair a stuck door in command. Okay, it wasn't that door. Airlock. Underworks. Where is the stuck door? Replicator. Not this door. Not that door. Well, I guess I won't fix it. I know, I can just look at my mini map. There it is! It's an actual broken door. I see. Look at that beautiful task list, baby. End turn. I feel exhausted, but under pressure. I feel hollow inside, because I am hollow inside. Most passengers remain alive, but the ship is in good condition. Commit log and power down, baby. 31 mission cycles. I did my duty. I care little for what happens next. Yes! Success! Let's fucking go! Hell yeah. Hell yeah.